Is Rustica Spanish Property Gavin Smith Scam Part 2. This guy here has like taken us to uh, middle of nowhere where the land is and started intimidating us. I was with my wife and he was with another person called Louis. And these guys, Louis, I have feeling that Louis is the owner of the properties. So they were telling us he's not the owner, but I think he's the owner. He's the one who sold the land. In a few minutes, you're gonna hear him admitting that he hasn't got the other three not as simple, and he wants us to go all the way paying him to the end and scamming us. And after that, you're gonna see the way he's intimidating me and swearing at me and insulting me. You can see how professional scammer and and doesn't believe in the law in Spain. They don't give a shit about the law in Spain, you know.
Mark. As I've said before, this property is absolutely perfect. The only thing is that a few of the parcellers are not registered, which means you cannot get the nota simple informativa. However, all the other parcellers, I have provided you with nota simple informativas. And you can check them, well, you can see them for yourself. They're all fine. The other properties which aren't registered will be registered when you buy at the notary, as I have already told you. Now these fincas, these parcellers, separate parcellers, is absolutely impossible to sell them separately. Sometimes you get properties when you can sell them separately, but with this property, these parcellers cannot be sold separately. I haven't sold them. Maybe a metre maximum, you know. And neither has the owner, because it can't be done. So, no problem. Tomorrow, I'll see the owner and I'll get him to write out a little declaration to state that he has given rustic Spanish property the power to sell his property. If you do not believe my word. No problem. Just doesn't mean I've got to drive to his house and pick it up. No problem at all. What else? Oh, now you're telling me otherwise the lands will be put on hold. Mark, I'm an estate agent. I know the law. Any court in Spain will not embargo this property because of what you're saying. They will not, because they legally cannot put it on hold. You send a message to me saying, Gavin, otherwise the property will be put on hold by the court. Impossible. The court will not embargo this property because of this. If anybody wants it, they cannot do it. They can't do it. It's like you're saying, it's impossible. You will not embargo this property. I know this because this part of the law to do with land, to do with houses, Gavin Smith knows it, Mark. Because this is my job. Have some trust, for God's sake, man. Everything will be fine. Just cool down and just stop calling me a scammer. Never scammed anybody in my life. Never needed to. Speak to you later.
Beautiful.
You're welcome. You absolutely have no idea what you're talking about. I am sick to the back teeth of you, Mark. Sick to the back teeth of you talking utter shit. You don't know anything about buying a property in Spain. You know nothing. You get your solicitor to talk to the notary. If you do not pay the instalment in August, that means the contract is void, and that means you've lost your money. I've been selling properties now for nearly 15 fucking years, Mark, and I know what I'm talking about. I've sold over 250 properties, and I've never had anyone tell me that I'm a scammer. I'm sick to the back teeth of you, Mark. Sick to the back fucking teeth of you. Talking bloody shit to me. If the money's going to be ready, you write paper in front of the court. You're like a child. To put this in front of a court, it probably cost you about €7,000 in legal fees, which you have to pay before you'll even get me to court. And when you get me to court, the people in the court will just laugh at you for paying a deposit on a property you've never even seen before. Luckily, you've got a damn good property there, with a house which has been there for nearly 100 years. Don't ask me for the permission for the house to be built, because when they built houses then, they never had bloody permits. Now get your solicitor to call me tomorrow. Get your solicitor to call me tomorrow.
Hear him saying, telling me that I'm a child and that I have bought a property or put a deposit on it without seeing the land. You know why? Maybe he's right on this. You know why? I trusted him because he told me that he's an English person who's dealing with properties there. He got an agency and he's helping the English people and not getting defrauded and all that, taking their money and all of it. This guy, he's English, and he's going there in Spain to steal people. You see where I fell? I fell right in a trap. You know why? Because I trusted him. I said, the guy is English. He's not going to steal. He's English. See, on all his conversations, his emptiness. There's nothing, no evidence there. He's not saying nothing there, and he's admitting that they haven't got the notice simple. Notice simple is a paper declaring that the land belongs to this person named so and so, who's going to be selling you the land. That means that he's got the right to sell the land. This guy is selling the land on behalf of somebody who hasn't given him no authorization, no written permission to sell the land, and he wants me to send him money on his account. The state agent, Gavin Smith, wants me to send him money on his account with not providing even the legal declaration that he is the legal representative for the owner of the land he's selling. This is the first problem. The second problem, where is the land, the paper for the whole land, the 6 parcels, the land? He sent to me the first contract, saying he put just 4 parcels. There are 6, not 4. He put just 4 parcels in the first contract. When I sent him a message, I'm going to show all this in the next video. When I showed him the mistake, and I told him this is getting started already wrong. You're giving me just 4 parcels. How come you giving me just 4 and there are 6? I said, oh, I'm sorry, I've done a mistake. Don't worry, Mark. I've been doing it for 15 years. You're telling me like that. You've been fucking scamming people for 15 years, you motherfucker.
It's impossible.
28, thanks, and a little bit more. 28. I calculated it.
The other thing is when you first come out to a property like this, it does seem like a long way. But when you come a second time and then come again, you think, it's not so bad.
You're not going to live down that road. You're far behind the finished. No, you're both you're in the house.
What is the idea of you buying this property? Is it just to reform it, or you got some sort of project, some idea which you want to do there?
I want to live in the countryside, you know.
Yeah.
And I went to Morocco, they made it impossible for me to make any business or anything. They've been harassed by police, by people. I know they wanted to bribe. You cannot go to an ID without bribing people.
No, that's no good, is it?
Really, that country is a cross, red cross.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been traveling through Spain. I went to countryside many times. I got lost many times.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The women, they're filling up my car. Beautiful women. Sorry. Yeah, nice people.
Yes.
Comfortable, you know. We didn't get harassed. I was thinking coming here, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm sick. I'm gonna be bothered.
You wouldn't be bothered here at all?
I was happy. We came in like we just still home.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that true or not?
Water from here. Water is supposed to come there from downstairs somewhere. There's no one gonna be.
We're gonna make a. We're gonna
Water
make
here,
for here.
for water here, someone can deliver 5,000 liters of good water,
Yeah.
good for drink, for everything.
5,000.
Yes, 5,000 liters. It has a tractor and a cube,
Yeah.
and the top is 5,000 liters. You just need 5 tanks of 1,000 liters. You can buy in second hand for about 30-40 euros each. Just put on the land.
they do
It
that,
comes with the tractor. It fills, and you have 5,000 liters. If you're not irrigating the trees, nothing is just for the house. You have plenty water.
But I'm gonna
He
find drivers
charge-
to get here.
He charges nothing, just the transportation. Transportation can be
80 maybe?
Up to 3 hours going and back.
Oh, I see.
And that it's about 110, 110 euros for 5,000 euros.
Don't know about this.
Builders, if they have to do some work, they bring their own water, they bring their own generator, they bring their own everything. So for to do the work, you don't have to they are used.
Oh, the land's going to that. Because there's mountain as well.
Luis,
Okay.
this mountain in front of us, just exclamation mark.
Covering that.
That,
surface of the
that
mountain.
first mountain in front of us is the land, isn't it? All coming along this edge here.
The edge, I think the mountain as well.
The back one, no.
No, just
No, the back.
Just the surface. No?
Going down, then you see like a straight line.
Yeah.
That straight line stop, go down to the another valley
Yeah.
where we can find another track. Huh?
Yeah.
It's from the another track down in the valley, but to have an idea, it's following the straight line of pines, but not in the back. Between there's another valley with another track.
So where this first one goes down,
Down, then
that's
there's
where it finishes.
yes,
And there's a track there,
there's a track there.
towards where that Venturas finker is.
Yes.
That house. doesn't
That
belong-
house belongs, it's neighbor of this.
Yeah.
It's from the track up to the town, up to the top, sorry. I have sold a few months ago to a Catalan guy. The house is from the top down to the track that we cannot see now because it's in the back of that small mountain.
Let's go.
Of course, really, this time of the day, if I was here, I'd be up in the morning early. This time of the day, you want to be getting in the shades till 4 or 5 o'clock, because it's too hot to be outside.
This is hard. This is one of the first. Like 50 is like is nothing in London the 30. You can feel it like 50 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of suffocating.
Yeah.
Here 30, 35 degrees is okay, but the sun isn't good for your
Yeah,
skin.
it's
Yeah, but Mark, if I was you, that solicitor,
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I'd leave her and just communicate with Louise
have a problem with that already.
and the notary. And the notary, you know, a lot of work for this house. Is getting everything in, getting it out,
Yeah, definitely.
and then
They will remove everything,
yeah.
roof and
Yeah.
and floor. They will start doing the
Yeah, of course.
they will make a scaffold inside
Yeah.
to work in safety ways, and then the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, yeah. Even that has to be reformed as well.
Here you see that line
yes, and
going down to the barranco where the other track is, here the super track. And take also a straight line till reach the neighbor property, which is the property with almond olives in plantation.
Okay.
28 soccer stadiums.
Sorry?
28 soccer stadiums. Supposed a football stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Supposed to be 1 hectare.
Yeah.
So 28.
Of course.
Same this side, is it Louise that finishes here?
Yes.
Okay. say it's 8 kilometres to the village.
8, yes. I'm not sure. So take it slowly.
centre of Barcelona.
Yeah, we went everywhere actually because this lot of here at the time. And see that there is the city Barcelona, and I like it like that. It's nice, clean.
Safe place, it feels safe,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah, exactly.
Barcelona is the most friendly capital in Europe.
Yeah, it's many highly positive travel. It was not close actually. We went a couple of times there, but everything was so clear. If you know the place very well, if you know the name of the number of the road, a lot of place. No one would just go from there. You know, so yeah, I like it. I like it. Very nice and clean.
Yeah.
London is dirty.
London is dirty.
Very nice.
And when I'm in London, the best thing for me is when I leave. When I leave London is the best thing. And I feel I always have to be watching in front of me, behind me. Who's
Yeah.
this way? Who's that way? What's going
Yeah.
on there?
Too many people.
Be careful.
In the same,
Yeah.
too many people in the
Especially in
same
the
place.
airport.
It's a bit intense. But yeah, they've done a survey and Barcelona is the most friendly capital in Europe, and Paris is the most unfriendly.
Really?
Yeah, according to their survey. I don't know where London came. When I first moved to Spain, I bought a property which was 10 kilometres from the town. Just like this, 10 kilometres. And it was okay. The only problem was that I had to take the children to school in the morning and then bring them back at dinner time and then take them again in the afternoon. But apart from that, it was okay.
They're going to pay a mortgage on you in petrol.
No, I'm not worried about like it's too far from the town or something because anyway, even 1 hour drive is not so far from me because I used to drive. I was living in university 6 years, so I know how it's been. You have no neighbor, so
Yeah.
drive 1 hour to get or something.
Yeah.
So but it's bad for me. The condition of the road.
See when you get a pick up, get a pick up, and the 4-wheel drive one, the big one, big tires, you're not going to feel this. You won't feel it.
No.
The cars get smaller and go everywhere.
In England, I've got the Terreno with a 7-seater.
That's the one, yeah.
It's got different tyres and it will just glide across here.
You won't feel it, you'll run. Depends on the car. If you brought the other one we have now, we would struggle as well.
If we able to, and that was a big positive, and your friend was saying this company was providing with electricity and water and electricity fine. So but that wasn't my
And the electric, you can do the solar. Solar is just about the 100 pounds, 150. That has been, I calculated all that, even the turbines and all that. And the electric is very, not a big problem. Water is cheap water. Water is very cheap to come here. You can pay 300 pounds for cheap water to come here. Don't look at this thing like the road or not water. It's very simple. Look at how you're going to adapt to the situation there. How you're gonna like it.
Many people use the solar system.
Everywhere. You don't have to pay giant money on bills and all that. I was going to do solar anyway, even the electricity. I want to do solar.
Barcelona, it's called, the airport which is near Barcelona is called Rias Airport. I fly from there tomorrow, I go to London Stansted.
Yeah.
This is the one I almost always use.
Oh,
It's very small, but it's perfect for me
yeah,
because,
because it's closer.
yeah, then I get the train, I get the bus from the airport to Rias train station, that costs €3, and then to get to the train station here costs €5. Yeah. station at Rias and just leave it there. You don't pay for parking. Just leave it there, and then when I get from the airport, I just pay €3 to get to Rias and pick my car up.
Where do you leave it? Sorry?
Rias train station.
Right section. Yeah, is it free there?
Yeah, totally free.
How long you can keep it there?
Well, I've left one there once before for 6 weeks. But
Doesn't get towed away or anything?
no, because I was worried, and I rang them and I said, look, I've left it there. I told them I couldn't return. They said, no problem, there is no limit. There's no limit.
I heard the airport has got same thing. Malaga airport.
There's a new airport at Castellón in Valencia, and you can park there for free. And the flights at the moment are very cheap to this new airport. But I've never used it myself.
Parking ever in the world is about £6 an hour.
Yeah.
Where? Heathrow?
Heathrow, yeah.
Even more.
£6 an hour, yeah.
That's
You give it
not,
one day, you don't need to go on holiday and back.
that's not a charge, that's a robbery.
Wait a minute, there's happening another one.
It's disgusting.
Having a car is like having 6 girlfriends one time.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, even if I go to London, usually I go to London on a motorbike and I park it at Stansted free. But if I go in the car, I'll park it at the Hilton Hotel with Just Park, you know, and that's much cheaper.
In Hilton Hotel, they don't charge.
Sorry?
In Hilton Hotel, they don't charge.
Oh, they do charge, but it's with justpark.com, and it costs, I think it's about £5 a day. Yeah. And then from there, I walk to the long stay car park, and then get the free coach to the airport. If not, you use the Hilton Hotel coach, which costs £6. and a good price?
Really good hotel.
Good,
I
yeah.
don't know how much.
They got
it is.
a room for our car as well.
Excellent.
That room is very nice. Really nice.
Yeah.
I'm very positive about Spain. I love it so much. This is the first time I spent here days. Because before, earlier, we just crossed the country with the car. Going to Morocco. But this is the first time I spent quite long time here. And things like, and from yesterday, I'm very positive.
Yeah, good. Why is Michael going to Morocco? What, will you work there or?
Because I'm from the
No, I've got my
west,
father is Moroccan.
I see, yes.
And I went to my father's family and all. I tried to do business.
Yeah.
And there is no family, nothing. I don't know what he tried to screw me left and right. I had enough, 2 years I spent there. I spent a lot of money and said no, I'm not with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I think just like trouble ahead, more trouble ahead. I said, I want something.
And what you work in central London, do you?
Yes, Gordon Street,
Where?
Gordon Street.
No.
That's a flag half except security.
Uh-huh.
Kids security and